Hello everyone, my name is PauLInstaMyooin's, and we're back with another edition of PauLInstaMyooin's personal best opinions on Pokemon. So this edition will be about Shellder and Cloyster, so I'll get on with the moves for Shellder. For Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, start off with Ice Beam. Now Ice Beam is a 90 power, 100 accuracy special Ice type attack, and pretty much there's the additional effect is that there's a 10% chance whoever uses against to be frozen. So what the frozen status effect does is actually one of the most overpowered ones. Pretty much whoever's frozen, they literally can't do anything until they thaw out, which is like, there's like at random, I'm pretty sure, what he thought. You can literally thaw out turn 1, or just, it would take forever, and then you would just, whoever's frozen most likely would just faint because it takes so long to thaw out. But maybe it has to do with like their fire type or something, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, then Tackle. Tackle's a 35 power, 95 accuracy? Well, it's different in each generation because in the later generations it's like 50 power, 100 accuracy, and then some of them are like, I don't know, it's interesting. So you'll have to look up the exact power and accuracy for each generation, but it's still always physical, normal type move, and it has no effects, it's the basic of all attacks really. And then Leer. Leer is a 100 accuracy status normal type move. Pretty much every time you use this, whoever uses against, their defense gets lowered by 1, so it could be good. And then Supersonic. Supersonic is a 55 accuracy status normal type move. It's one of the worst accuracy moves in the game, but hey, might as well have it because the other stuff on this Shellder wasn't that great. So, pretty much what it does when it lands is it pretty much inflicts the Confusion status effect. Now what Confusion does, there's a 50-50 chance for the Pokemon to just hit themselves in confusion who's confused, or they can just hit through it, or eventually they'll snap out. So yeah, it's interesting because it could be very helpful, and then like I said, that accuracy is pretty horrible, so most of the time it's going to be a last ditch move you'll use. So anyway, in these parentheses you can see it says have Clamp instead of Leer, because the reason for that is because Clamp doesn't have at least 90 accuracy. It's a attacking move, and like I said, with Supersonic it has horrible accuracy, but I don't mind having those moves on my Pokemon if it's just like whatever. But it's the attacking moves you want to make sure that always have 90 accuracy, otherwise you're not going to land them most of the time. It's going to be not that great. So pretty much you want to have this move. I'll explain what it does first. I believe it's 35 power. I know it's 85 accuracy. Special water type attack. And pretty much what it does is it inflicts the Clamp status effect. Pretty much it makes it to where the one who's clamped can't escape, I'm pretty sure. And also they take damage like each turn, and it can go on from like 1 to 5 turns, I'm pretty sure, or 2 to 5 turns. So it's interesting. And anyways, so yeah, if you have a Pokemon that like lowers the evasion on an opponent, like in earlier generations when you use like something like Sweet Scent, it'll lower the evasion by 1 on whoever uses against. So that will pretty much make the accuracy for Clamp on that Pokemon whose evasion you lowered will be like 95 instead of 85. But in later generations, it's actually by 2, so it actually would make it to 105 accuracy. So it's pretty good if you have something like that to make sure to land and stuff. But also, you could have like another Pokemon have an accuracy boost, and then use the move like Baton Pass to pass over the stat boost to the one who you want the accuracy boost to. So it could be really interesting, or if you just want to straight up risk it and use it. But like I said, these certain things will be good for these attacking moves that are under 90% accuracy. Well, hold on. I think I might have messed up. Yeah, I think I might have messed up because you saw that moveset was just on its own. It didn't have any... Sorry, doing some troubleshooting right now. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. And also, this shouldn't be here. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is so unprofessional. I don't know what was happening with this one, because obviously, if you didn't know, Shellder can't learn Spike Cannon. It's only Cloyster that can learn that out of the two, so think the fourth move was... I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing this move set. Sorry about that. So anyway, let's go back to the... Yeah, that's weird. Clam instead of supersonic. Obviously, this one... Icicle Spear. I think... Oh, it was for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Oh, it makes sense. I was like, what generation am I missing? But now I see. Sorry, y'all are seeing some technical difficulties live. Let me copy that. And then paste it to both of those sides. I know, it's so unprofessional, but hey, you get to see my mistakes. You don't get to see them super often. I mean, you see, mistakes from people, but hey. And the shortcut for paste is Control V, if you didn't know. It's a pretty nice, handy thing. Anyways, for Fire Red and Leaf Green, for both of them actually, you want, well actually, I think the first one as well. Let me see. No, it was different for Cloyster. Okay, just making sure. Okay, anyways, for both of them, for Fire Red and Relief Green, you want, the only thing different here is Icicle Spear. Now, Icicle Spear is pretty sweet because the ability later on that I'll explain that they both would want to have on Cloyster and Shellder. You will see why this move's so good. But this is a 25 power, 100 accuracy, physical ice type move. And pretty much this can always hit at least 2 times, but it can hit 2 through 5 times. So it can be very good. A multi-attack mover usually. They're usually pretty good. Even though they're weak for each power, they can hit a lot. So it kind of makes up for it. And the same thing, have Clamp. But instead of just Leer, there's actually no Leer, so just have it instead of Supersonic with the same whole accuracy deal. And anyways, for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. For Shellder, the only thing different here is instead of Tackle and Clamp, no, Tackle and Supersonic, because Clamp was just an option. You actually want Brine and Ice Shard. So what Brine does, it's a 65 power, 100 accuracy, special water type attack. And pretty much why this is so great is that if you use this against a Pokemon that has half or less health, it'll actually do double the damage. So it'll do 130 power, so it's pretty great. And then Ice Shard. Ice Shard is pretty sweet. It's a 40 power, 100 accuracy, physical ice type move. And you're probably thinking, why would you have such a weak move on here? Well, it's actually one of the moves that has priority, like Quick Attack, to where most of the time you'll be going first with this move. So it's always a good move to have like that extra if you can. And then for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, for Shellder, I'm pretty sure that the fourth move was actually Ice Shard. No, Ice Shard's right there. I really don't remember. I'll have to definitely look that up. I'll update it in the description, but Ice Shard the same, Brine the same, Ice Beam. It was something because there was no Icicle Spear, so I think it was Supersonic. Like I said, I'll change it, but I'm gonna go on a whim and say it was Supersonic because Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee did not have that, so I'm gonna say it was Supersonic. I'm just going on a whim here. Okay, for anyway, the held item for Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. This is the same. They have the same exact held items except for the Z Crystal. So I'll go ahead and say for both of them. For Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, they both are gonna have this, like I said. They both have the same effect. Boost the power of normal type moves by 10%, except for the older generation it's called Pink Bow, and then the current generation is called Silk Scarf. So yeah. And then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. For offline, you want the Life Orb. Now, what the Life Orb does is when a Pokemon is holding this, the power of their special and physical attacks are boosted by 30%. But every time they do damage, they'll take damage as well. So you'll be doing a lot more damage, but you'll be taking damage from your own attacks. So, anyways, then for online, the rule about online is that when you have a held item that gets used up in an online battle, you actually get it right after the battle's done. So this will be especially good for items that are top tier that are really annoying to grind for in offline, like Focus Sash. So pretty much what Focus Sash does is the one who's holding this, if they're full health and they would have got one-shotted, they'll always live with 1 health. So you'll pretty much always be able to get a move off, as long as you don't get frozen, paralyzed, asleep, flinched or just miss your move, then yeah, you'll be all good. Anyway, for Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. Oop. That's another thing I gotta fix. Hold up. I really hope this is a part 2. This is one of the times. Oh dang, I'm holding right click. I was like, why is he not scrolling? Alright, but anyway, this is one of the times I want to have a part 2, really. So I kind of am hoping that it breaks up into a part 2. But if it doesn't, I'll, of course, like I said, add it to the description. So yeah, for anyway, it's the same item for online for those generations. And then for offline, you actually want the Waterium Z for Shellder. So that's mainly just to power up the Brine. And then you want the Normalium Z for Cloyster to power up the move I'm going to just talk about, Shell Smash. And you will see why. So anyway, let's go for the moves for Cloyster for Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Instead of Leer, you actually want Spike Cannon. Now, Spike Cannon is a 25 power, 100 accuracy physical normal type move, and it's the same effect as Icicle Spear. It can hit at least 2 times, but up to 5 times, so it can be pretty sweet. And the same thing, Clamp instead of Leer, because there's no Leer on here. It's actually Clamp instead of Supersonic if you want to risk that. And then for Fire Red and Leaf Green, oh, the same thing. Okay, and the same whole accuracy thing. And then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum.